So the wealthy man or the wealthy woman, it goes beyond money. It goes beyond just wealth. That's money. It touches every aspect. Spiritual riches, wisdom, character, influence, purpose, healthy relationship, your health. So wealth actually touches every aspect, not just finances, not just money. So our generation has reduced wealth to money. One of the speakers said, money in the bank, expensive clothes, cars, luxury houses, all these things, they call it wealth. But in the kingdom, that's not just wealth. It's part of it. God's definition of wealth is much broader than that. A woman or a man may have millions, yet bankrupt in peace, in character, in marriage, in attitude, in wisdom, in God's purpose for your life. So, a wealthy man or woman is a woman who possesses everything God has ordained for her life. It could be spiritual, mentally, emotionally, financially, every aspect. So for you to say this person is wealthy, it covers every area, both your spiritual life, your physical life, your finances, every aspect, emotional, every aspect should be on point for you to say that this person is really a wealthy person. So what is wealth? Wealth is the abundance of valuable resources for the kingdom, knowing God deeply, living purposefully, possessing wisdom, managing resources faithfully, influencing your generation, and living a godly legacy. So now I'm going to read, I'm going to use like 2 or 3 Bible characters to just show what I'm going to talk about this evening. First, 2 Kings chapter 4 from 1 to 7. 2 Kings chapter 4 from 1 to 7. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets with Elijah, saying, Thy servant my husband is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord, and the creditor is come to take unto him my sons to be the bondmen. And Elisha said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what hast thou in thy house? And she said, Thy handmaid has not anything in the house, save a pot of oil. That question, what do you have in your house? What do you have? See, this woman, a widow, in debt, about to lose her children, helpless, empty, hopeless. A lot of us today might be in that same position. Helpless, you don't know what to do. You are owing here, you are owing there. You're just thinking, where do I go from here? So many debts to pay, so many things as in bothering you, your children's school fees, things that you cannot achieve for yourself. And you are asking, what do I go? What do I do? That's just the same thing with that woman. He said, tell me, Elijah asked her, what do you have? What do you have of sales value? Inherent in every person here is something that God has deposited inside of you. There is something that you have. God didn't just bring you into the world just like that. If you look downward inside you, there is something about you that God has deposited inside you that can make you to have wealth, to be a blessing to your generation. This woman says she doesn't have anything. I don't have anything. My husband died, nothing. But Elijah asked her, what do you have? There must be something. There must be something that you have that you can give. You can't just get money like that. There should be something that you have that can give value. People don't give you money just like that. You must have something that a value that you give that will attract or bring money or bring favor. He asked her, what do you have? She said, except oil that I have. He said, bring it. Am I communicating? Your servant has nothing there at all except a small jar of olive oil. The word except. She focused on what she lacks, but God focused on what is remaining within her. That's oil. And he said, bring it. And when he told her, go and borrow. Borrow from people, borrow from your friends, borrow from your neighbor. And that money started increasing. that oil started increasing. As she was pouring it, she said, lock your door, keep pouring. She continued to pour until the last. God cannot give you beyond your capacity. You have to increase your capacity. For you to keep having, you have to increase your what? Capacity. You have to stretch. She said, I don't have anything. But because there is something. So inherent in every one of us, God has deposited something. It could be a gift, a talent that you have and you're neglecting. It might be singing. It might be cooking. It might be teaching. It might be that you speak well. You have good, or that you can speak. It might be that you can just design something. There's something you can actually design. And you take it for granted. But God can bless you. As in bless you beyond your imagination. With just that little that you have within you. What do you have? What do you have of self-value? There is something God has deposited inside you. Inside everyone. God didn't just bring us to the world just like that. He created us and gave us gifts. So you have to look inside. Apart from your qualification, academic qualification or anything, there is something about you. It might be that when you can even tell stories. It might be that you can sing. It might be that you can cook very well. It might be that you can make hair very well. There's maybe something that you're taking for granted. God is asking you, what do you have? Have you ever taken time to, some people maybe writing. They can write very well. Do you know people have touched the world, made millions with writing? Gone are the days when you say, hey, I'm a fashion designer. These days, people make clothes with 500,000 one clothes, 1 million one clothes. People make just one. It has become something that's blessing lives. You see a hairstylist, the person makes so much money. By the time he goes to events, go to this. So things that people think that they are not relevant, these days they are becoming so relevant, especially with the use of social media. Oh God, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The Bible said, as far as your eyes can see, so I, the Lord, will do what we give you. This is mindset. Mindset. So perhaps you have your oil can be your educational qualification, your profession, your voice, your business idea, that cooking skills, that tailoring skills, that creativity, leadership ability. Never underestimate what God has entrusted to you. So everyone, God has actually deposited something. God multiplies for God to bless you, there must be something that you have. And through that thing, He can actually bless you. And that woman that I want to talk about is Lydia. Let's look at Acts of Apostles 16, 11 to 15. Now this is a woman that served God with her wealth. Unlike this Lydia was already successful. The Bible says she sells purple clothes. And if you look in the ancient days, purple clothes they are luxury clothes that are being sold to great men, rich men, kings, priests. So she was already blessed. When Paul came to preach, he met them already praying. She and her family members and other women were already praying. So with all those riches, she still valued God. You know, a lot of people, once they become so rich, that God that helped them to succeed, immediately those riches come, they forget Him. God is number one. Every other thing is secondary. So this woman, already blessed, she was, the Bible said she sold purple clothes. And when I went through commentaries, I saw that purple clothes were as in clothes that are worn by dignitaries, government officials, governors. So this is her level at that time. And she also was seen with other women praying before Paul came. And the Bible said when she repented, when she opened her heart and accepted Christ, her whole family was baptized. And she now said, please come to my house and stay. God entrusts kingdom wealth to people that will be willing to work for Him with that wealth. It's not about God, give me. When He gives you that money, will you be able to work for God? Knowing that wealth He's giving you is for the kingdom, not just you. Will you be able to bring it and say, so something is coming, please, can we use this to do this? Gospel festival is coming, can we put this in gospel festival? This way, evangelism, can we put this for evangelism? Can we use this to plant churches? Can the men of God do this? This woman called all the people. In short, her house became a place where those early churches started from her house. From Commentary Direct. She opened up her home for the work of, for kingdom. So them, come! It's not about possessing wealth. True riches, for you to be a wealthy man, a wealthy woman, it has to be channeled to the kingdom. Let God know that if I bless you, a part of it is for the kingdom. You will see his blessings. So when you're asking God, bless me, bless me, bless me, which parts are you allocating for God? So she used her wealth to advance the kingdom. She invited Paul and companions into her home. So true wealth has to do with the kingdom mindset. We talked about the Proverbs 31 woman. If you go home, you read about her. That one is a complete picture of a wealthy woman. She's spiritually wealthy. She's industrious. She works willingly with her hands. She's not idle. She's not idle. See, there's something someone was telling me a story. She said, I was talking about how she was being maltreated by her spouse, beaten, so I was wondering, I was asking her, so why did you stay back? When all this kind of maltreatment, he'll beat you, even when you're pregnant, he'll do this, do that. She said, I can't leave because I don't have the resources. If I leave, how will I take care of myself? How will I take care of my children? Many a times, people stay in abusive home, abusive relationship, abusive marriage because they don't have finances. They don't have the financial capacity to move. So they rather stay there and die. So that's why I encourage every woman. I encourage everyone. You can't be idle. You can't say that I'm idle, I'm waiting for Mr. Right. You finish school, you're waiting for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, no employment, you're still waiting. Are you okay? Can't you think of something to do? There's so many things. Think of business. If you don't want to do business, skills now. Okay, if you don't want to do the math skills, there are digital skills you can acquire and still make money online. A lot of them, and you see them doing training, one training or the other. Isn't it choro digital that you don't know anything? Okay, now look for business. If you say no business, look for something. There is something that you have to do for God to bless you. You can't come to church and be bless me, bless me. When you don't have anything, God will not bless you. It's not possible. What will He use and bless you? The Bible said that the prophet said to him, she's not idle, she's industrious, an entrepreneur. So we'll talk about wealthy women. We talk about women that have financial capacity. If everything, I've said this over and over, if everything about your life is dependent on a man, you're a disgrace. If it's your food that you want to eat food, you want to drink, you want to chew gum, your husband has to provide it. You want to do this, he has to provide it. There's something wrong with you. Even if the man is wealthy and say, don't do anything, my dear, there are some jobs that people that sit at home do. Sit at home, mom. They do. You see the advert. People will just be talking. There's something you can sit down in your house with. I was talking with a woman. I don't know whether she's here. A lady. She told me. I think she relocated from UK down here. I was asking her why. Everybody's looking for a way to run to, as in go to UK. Stay. She told me the lifestyle there is not easy for her and her children. She's always busy. She doesn't have time for her kids. She rarely see her children. Her husband will go, she will go. By the time she comes back, everybody's tired. She said no. She came back. I said, so what? She said, what? It doesn't make sense because she makes her money online. So she sits down in her house and makes a lot of money online. So what's the essence of staying back there? I was talking to her. She came to church and two of us were talking. She said, I have to come back so that I can have sanity and take care of my children. But I stay down in my house. I have time. I work. People do remote job. People do like how many jobs, remote jobs, and they are paid in dollars. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Because if you come to this church and still say, I don't have anything to do, I don't know what to do, there must be something wrong with you, because our daddy every day, he talks about it. So if I see someone that is idle and say, I don't have anything to do, I know that you have a problem. So for her to leave UK, came back and said, I stay in my house, I do my business, as in my online, from so time to so time. I have time to do other things, I have time to take care of my children. My husband is coming back to join me. We feel it's better here. But people are running to go to UK. Why some people are telling you that the lifestyle there is not so conducive for them? They want to come back. So it's your choice. Am I communicating? It's your choice. Some people will be saying it's strange. When we're looking for a way to go, some people are coming back and saying that. But that is it. If you know what you're doing and you're making the money, so what's the essence of staying there? So she said she's making the money online. What she can do there, she can do it for herself here. So she's back. So I'm telling you that there are such opportunities. It's for you to discover where God is calling you to. People are students. Sometimes I said, I wish when I was a student that I knew all the things I know now. I wouldn't even be collecting money from my parents. Even if it's collecting money, it's just because there are opportunities now more than those days. The internet is a global village. It has made things so easy. I was telling someone the other day that I didn't go to work. I had some courses online, so I was doing some things. So I came to church. Sometimes if I didn't go to work and I don't want to, I'll just come to church to sit down, as in read, pray, and the rest of them. So I said that day, as I was in the office, I didn't have distraction. I was telling the person, if you know how much I made online sales, I was telling the person, I said, just that day, even more than what they made in physical shops. So when Daddy said internet is an asset. It's something that nobody should joke with. You can't be doing business in this modern age and time and say you're not online. When you push your brand online, people that don't know you, people that have not even come across you, just because they're seeing that, they become your clients. Then when you sit down in your physical shop, you might not even make that kind of sales that you make online. So for you to be here and say you don't have Facebook account, you don't have Instagram account, you don't have, and you're a young person, I need to get you and flog you very well. Maybe that one will do the deliverance. Abi? Eh? And I don't think there's any young person here. Even mothers are doing a lot of things online. So I don't think that we still have young people there that are not on the internet. For the right reason, not the wrong reasons. Am I communicating? Can you jam those hands for Jesus? So the Bible says she's financially wise. She's compassionate. Okay, now I want to talk about 7 levels of wealth. 7 levels of wealth. Now, spiritual wealth, that's the basic foundation. If you check Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, or you look at 3 John, it said, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be what? Added to you. That is the foundation. When you seek the kingdom of God first, every other thing, he didn't say one thing, he said everything will be added to you. So when people talk about money, trying to make money without God, you can make the wealth, but one sickness can come that can clear all those wealth. Just one sickness. So when in God, his blessings, they are complete. There is no sorrow attached to it. There is no sorrow attached to it. I've seen rich people, very rich and influential. Just one sickness. By the time they do dialysis, up, down, kidney transplant, and I chose ego. See, God, number one. Every other thing, secondary. When you take God as your number one priority, I don't know, all other things will be added. Good life, good marriage, good health, financial blessing. As in, like this, he will be depositing it one after the other. So a life without God is a useless life. A life without God, you are most vulnerable. Because anything can happen. At any time. You can step out of this place. Something will happen. And that's the end. So when people boast in their wealth, I laugh. Because I work in the hospital, so I see things. So I know that there is nothing of boasting. Man, just a single breath, the person is gone. Just one sickness, the person is gone. These days you see a lot, both young, old, being ravaged, cancer, young, old. You just wonder, you know that you have to give your life to Christ. Say, God, preserve me. You know, when we talk about it peripheral because you're not seeing things. But when you're in the system and you see things that happen, you know that, my dear, you have to give your life to Christ. Deepen it in Christ. He's the foundation. Every other thing is secondary. And when you have God, every other thing will be added to you. That's what the Bible says. So spiritual wealth includes your salvation, your intimacy with God, your prayer life, your knowledge of God's word, obedience, the fruit of the Spirit, sensitivity to the Spirit. See that widow I talked about? She trusted God through Elisha. And you see Lydia, even with her wealth, she recognized God. Let God be our priority. Every other thing is secondary. God will add it in full. 2, mental health. The wealth of wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom is very important. He said, in all you're getting, do what? In all you're getting, do what? When you have wisdom, money will pursue you. You don't need more money. What you need is more what? Wisdom. A wise woman never, someone that is wise, you're never stranded. Joseph didn't have plenty money, but he had wisdom. Why do you think that Solomon asked for wisdom? He asked for wisdom and he became the wealthiest man in the world, on earth. Wisdom is an initiator, money is a follower. Wisdom, it initiates, money follows. You see a man of wisdom, a woman of wisdom, the person cannot like ideas. Ideas will keep flowing. Ideas to make money. When you somebody that God gives, as in God, if God gives you wisdom, divine ideas comes on how to create wealth. So your mind is one of the greatest assets. If you lose it here, you have lost it. When you already say, I'm a failure, you fail. Everything starts with the mind. Even if you're coming from the poorest, as you're coming from a very wretched home, and you make up your mind that you're going to be wealthy, you'll be wealthy. It's a state of the mind. Yes. As far as your mind can carry, so the Lord will give to you. So what can you see? Can you see 10 years from now? Can you see 5 years from now where you're going to? Do you have plans? Have you written it down and keep looking at it and say, see where I'm going to in the next 5 years? Some people don't have vision, they don't have purpose. If you come, if you come, you will see my plan 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where I want God to place me. And as I'm looking at it, I'm beholding it, I'm praying about it, I'm seeing it come to pass. I call it forth. So your mind, you have to increase the capacity of your mind. If you want to be wealthy, if you want to have wealth, mental health, wealth is very important. That is the wealth of wisdom and knowledge. So creativity, innovation, education, all these things are part of it. Physical health, physical wealth. This talks about wealth and strength. Health and strength. And you can't talk about wealth without talking about health. So physical health, wealth is very important. That is your health. So in all these things, as you're running around trying to acquire everything, if anything happens to you, that's the end of it. So as much as other things are important, but your health is very, very important. It's your priority. And you don't joke with it. How? You acquire knowledge. Not about your health. There's some basic things that people should not tell you. I was talking with someone, she told me that her brother, her cousin, that they locked him in police station. I said, why? He said, that the brother is not a doctor, that he sells products, he sells supplements. Yeah, I was a doctor. Voila. And people that fall into this victims, people that doesn't want to get what? Knowledge. Okay. He sells supplements. So what happened? He met a woman that had breast cancer. Or say no supplement that will cure the cancer. The woman said, now, many of them won't want to come to the hospital because they won't want the line of treatment you're going to give them. So it's natural. The man said, I can cure it by this supplement. So be done your way a supplement. And tell the woman, don't go to the hospital and don't tell anybody about it. You see where my problem is? Knowledge. Health. When we talk about it, people don't want to hear. Take your health seriously. If you say you're wealthy, a wealthy woman, a wealthy man, there's a saying that we say health is wealth. Yes. She said, don't go anywhere. The woman agreed. So the woman spent like how many? Maybe up to $1 million buying the supplements. She even introduced others to him. So now, as it goes, the cancer started spreading, became serious, malignant. They were now trying to save the woman's life. Took her to FMC. So the family member heard what happened, went and arrested the guy, put him in police station. Also, violent problem. Because the woman later died. So has it solved anything? Even if the family, if they like, they should hold the guy for everlasting. That one has gone. What are we saying? Knowledge. Wisdom. Wisdom is profitable to what? Direct. Take your health seriously. Self-medication does not help. There are things that when there's changes in your body, you will know. Your body tells you. It starts with some symptoms that you can't even understand. Please seek medical help. That you're exaggerating, that you're just keeping quiet. Take care of your health. Go for medical checkup. If there is anything, because if anything happens to you, that is the end of it. There's nothing that can be done about it. And God will not come down from heaven to do anything. You always see when that is saying, "No, we will pass up with me." Yeah, the one he will pray is God's choice to heal. So the one you can do for yourself, please do. And one of the things that makes you a wealthy man or a wealthy woman is your health. Do proper medical checkup. At least once in a year. If you're approaching 40, you should take it serious. And at least once or twice in a year that you should go for medical checkup. Run through all the tests and know that there's nothing wrong with you. Do the ones that you're supposed to do. Women, there are things, pap smear for cervical cancer screening. There's mammogram for breast screening, which is done at least from 40 years and above. There's some you can do ultrasound. Men, check your PS, as in your prostate specific antigen, the level of your prostate. Check your prostate. You're getting older. In animal minutes from time to time, you don't know what the problem is. No, it's normal. You wake up how many times in the night? I think it's normal. It's not normal now. You know when your body system is changing. So go for medical checkup. Check your prostate. Let them look at it. Even as you're getting older, 50 years, got to from time to time check. So that it won't be bad when it's bad, Because the prostate keep increasing as one gets older. So do your medical checkup. Exercise. Watch what you eat. These things are important things. Good nutrition, exercise. Relationship wealth. The wealth of people. When you win mad, can you go? I was telling somebody that said, "No, you win mad, go." The gifts of men. Relationship are divine channels of blessing. See that widow. If she didn't have good neighbors, where will she borrow from? If she didn't have anybody, maybe she doesn't talk to people around her. Where will she get containers from? Do you know that you can have a business idea and you don't have the finances, but your good relationship with people can give you the finances? You can approach somebody and tell the person, this is my business idea. You give the person quotation. Because the person, you have a good relationship with the person, and you have the person knows you, that you have integrity and you're genuine. They call those people angel investors. The person will buy into your idea and invest. I don't have the money, but I have the ideas. So, please help me see my proposal. See the percentage I will give you if I start making this money. And you see people invest. There are so many people that are rich today, wealthy today, through that process. What is it? Relationship. Not the one you enter, you close all the doors. You burn down the bridges. People will give you access. You scatter access, scatter everything. Familiarity comes in. You don't know because the person is giving you access. You must go in again. You block the way. Block every channel. And the person will not want to even use I see you. The person will see opportunities and will not give you. And rather look for other people that she will link that person. Opportunities, beautiful opportunities. Yeah, man, you merit it, or that you have the qualification. But she said, I will never give it to this person. Why? Because you're burned down the bridges. Relational wealth includes both a healthy marriage, a strong family bond, godly friendship, mentors, spiritual leaders, destiny helpers. What your spiritual father can see. You might pray for hours, go to the mountain, go to different prayer houses. You will not see. But because you have a good relationship with him, he can be praying in the night and God tells him things about you. And that's one thing will change your direction, will change your story. Tell someone, good relationship. Financial wealth. Number 5, financial wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. Financial wealth is not just the ability to earn, it's the ability to manage, multiply, and use resources according to God's principle. It includes budgeting. What's your budget? Savings. Do you save? Before the salary will come, the money will go already. All the people, the Henry before the end of the month, will go one after the other. I remember those days when I was just starting my business newly. I will carry my things to some parastatals like that. They will buy. So at the end of the month, immediately they pay. I'll just land there. Women, but I finished buying, it's now to pay. Please, can you cut your coat according to your size? Know what you can acquire per time. Your level per time. Don't go and estimate your life with someone that has been in a career or something for years and have made wealth. And you're a small girl trying to come up. Just make invest years. I don't have professional, you have business that can afford a lot of things. You that is just standing now competing with the person. Time, life is in stages. Stages per time. Know your level per time. You're married. You have a friend. She's married. Dear, the very, very wealthy. And you go and be competing with the person. Now put your husband under pressure. Because she bought this, you want your husband to buy when you know that he doesn't have the capacity. Sorry, it's better you avoid that friend. If it's something, if you are the kind of person that doesn't have the capacity to withhold the capacity, because some people can still be in the midst of those people and still it will be as if it's nothing. But if you know your level, that you make that capacity, that when you are there, you'll be living in bitterness, envy, jealous, competition. I beg, avoid such relationship. See the person I never reach. Make I just they go this side. Because you've not gained that kind of capacity. Maybe later, when you now gain the capacity, you come back. Am I communicating? savings. When you give God. The next one is, how much am I removing from this money to save? Then any other thing can come. Let there be something that you're saving somewhere. That account, you may not even have the password. In short, you don't have any access to it. Now, investing. When you finish, as you're saving, don't leave it for bankers there. I know some bankers will just eye me. They'll be angry with me. Because there's no essence of saving money and leaving it there. You're not making any interest. So as you save reasonably and do what? Invest. Invest. And invest what? Wisely. Don't invest in your money will just stand there. You come out, you cry. That one don't go. That one don't go. Invest what? Wisely. The Bible said that the Proverbs said when she looks before she what? Invest. Think about it. Pray about it before you invest. There are so many ways you can invest. Money market and stock market. Money market, there are different investment platforms that are available through the government, financial institutions. It could be fixed deposit, it could be treasury bill, it could be mutual funds. These things I'm saying, you can ask bankers. They will tell you how you can just put deposit, treasury bill, mutual, you'll be getting some returns than just leaving your money ordinarily in a bank. They will highest at the end of the month, can you get 20 naira or 100 naira? You just see one alert, 1,000 naira. That's all the savings. Why you can actually put this in treasury bills or mutual funds and you still make little money. If you said, okay, I don't want to do business, I don't want to do anything, ask about all those. There are such opportunities. You can buy shares. Shares, yes. With any business that you know that is profitable, that is viable. Like Facebook, Twitter, Samsung, iPhones. You can buy shares with them. You might not have the whole money to do it at once. You can buy simple. Maybe this month you just say, let me do 50,000. You'll be amazed in the next 10 years, 5 years, what that money will bring for you. And such money na total. When you just forget it, all of a sudden, after years, you just be like, without any work. Do you understand? Wisdom is profitable to direct. You can invest in other people. I've talked about angel investors. Some people that you know around you that have good business ideas. They want to do it, and you know that they are legit, they are very good in what they are wise. You can have percentage share with them, invest in them, and as they're making profits, they're giving your own percentage. There are a lot of big men that have different investments with different companies, a lot of companies, and at the end of the month, at the end of the year, they get returns for their investments without working. So you don't leave your money to just lie dormant. You talk about real estate, land banking. You can start from a village, Seth. I heard this man say that a village today is not a township of what? Tomorrow, something like that. I remember when this place was gotten, we've been in the here. Everywhere. You wouldn't even believe. But see, everywhere is open. That's how it works. So you can just get a place and buy. And bank. You've like, Israel useless. Rather, no. Real estate, you think about it. As a round up. Finally, prayer without diligence becomes passive. You can do every work without prayer. Prayer is useless. Without God. We've talked about everything. I'll still come back to God. Because of time, I might not be able to call other types of wealth. But everything revolves around God. You can acquire the whole everything, money, riches, without God. It's vain. It's vain. But when God is involved, He makes your way prosperous. And not just making your way prosperous, everything that you do prospers. Everything is intact. Your family, your life. You don't see that you won't have low-sided blessing. He covers every ground for you. your health, your family, your children, everything. So I pray that God will give us understanding. Can we rise up? Give us the understanding to know that true wealth and true riches comes from Him. Whatever you're doing in life without God, for me, I always say it's rubbish. God is number one. Every other thing is secondary.